Welcome to Post Fight with Ray Thompson. This show is powered by MMA Crypt and MMA Mental. For more interviews and podcasts, please subscribe to our YouTube channels, MMA Crypt and MMA Mental. You can also follow MMA Crypt on Facebook and Twitter. It's at MMA Crypt on Twitter and MMA Crypt on Facebook. To follow me, it's at MMA Mental on Twitter and Ray Thompson on Facebook. I'm now joined by George Sullivan. George is coming off of an impressive UFC victory at Ultimate Fight Night 51, beating Igor Araujo via round 2 knockout. George, thank you very much for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. My pleasure.
Congratulations, taking your overall record to 16-3, but your UFC record to 2-0, so still undefeated in the UFC. So, well done on a fantastic performance.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it was good to fight out there and hear that crowd. It was nice to have a full fight camp this time too. So I feel like I was able to perform.
Yeah, you certainly look like a different fighter going into this fight, or during the fight, it's fair to say, from your first fight. Now, what was it like for you fighting in the UFC in Brazil?
The Brazilian crowd was awesome. The people were awesome. It was nice to get booed. It's kind of cool being like the bad guy, but I wasn't really the bad guy. I enjoyed every second of it. They were very respectful even after I won. I mean, there were some fans that didn't like me, but it was really an honor to fight there in front of all those people.
And what was Igor Araujo like? What was your views on Igor Araujo as an opponent?
He was a nice guy. I met him before the fight, and both of us are very respectful fighters. It was just not his day. I felt like I was a lot stronger than he was. Like I was able to do anything I wanted. I wasn't able to stand up in the second round though because I had cut my toe. I don't know if you've seen when he went to throw me with the helicopter lift. My foot came down in the cage and landed inside the cage, and it cut the bottom of my big toe off. Oof. So it hurt like a mother. Yeah, it was. I noticed it when I was trying to hip in on him on the second round. I was like, why does my foot hurt so bad? And then I noticed the skin was bleeding and it was shifting, so they had to cut the skin off the bottom of my foot after the fight.
Oof.
So it sucked. Yeah, never had that happen before.
Yeah, that sounds nasty. We didn't notice that. I'll ask you a little bit about that in a bit. I'll just keep going. I want to take you back to the beginning of the fight. So, in the first, going into the fight, it's fair to say that Araujo is known for his ground game. He's got high level jiu-jitsu. So, was your plan going in to keep the fight standing?
Yeah, we wanted to. I definitely wanted to keep it standing, but he was throwing like a lot of weird kicks and a lot of weird looping punches, and then he shot in on me. So. Then when he jumped guard, I felt how much stronger I was. I was like, there's no way this guy's submitting me. And I seen how he wasn't taking to the punches. So every time I started to land a punch, he would really open up. I don't think he's ever been hit as hard as I hit. And it would just really open up his guard and his game. And I knew that that's where he wanted to be, so I'd make him punish. I'd punish him for it, And I just knew that the ground and pound was going to be too much for him, so I was comfortable sitting there.
Yeah, I was going to say you were in the first round. You did end up in top position on the floor. So I was going to say, how comfortable did you feel on top? So you felt you were stronger than him, and you felt completely comfortable. Even when he was working for the armbar, you felt comfortable.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was in no danger at all. I was very well prepared, training at Marcelo Garcia's and with Kurt Pellegrino. My jiu-jitsu was through the roof. They have all the top world-class guys there anyway. So I was really, my jiu-jitsu, I just felt like my anti-jiu-jitsu was on another level. Even working with Dan Fisher, I just knew there was nothing this guy was going to be able to do that was going to jeopardize me, that I wouldn't be able to hit him if he tried to go for it.
Now in the second round, you finished Araujo off with big punches. Talk us through the finish.
Well, I hit him with a couple of elbows, and then I hit him with that cross face, and I rolled him over to his side. I hit him with a big right hand, and I seen him kind of wincing, so I pushed his head to the mat, and I knew he would go to move my hand off his face, and as soon as he did, I threw those right hand, and then I just hit him behind the ear, and he went out. But I set that up by him focusing on my left hand. He tried to grab it. I would hit him with that big right, and it did, and it worked. I hit him right behind the ear.
Now, after winning your first fight by decision, how nice was it to get a finish, and do you feel you really made a statement in this fight?
Yeah, I definitely do. I love knocking people out. I always fight for finishes, and if people judge me by my last fight, you have to keep in mind I only had 2 weeks to get ready for that fight. Negative 8 degrees when I got to Chicago. I had the flu. I got sick. They're going to see me getting better now, especially that I'm not working and I'm training full time. I'm dedicating my life to the UFC, so I hope it pans out the way it's been, and I'm going to be even better next fight too. So.
Now, I was going to ask, my next question was going to be any injuries. Now, you talked a little bit about your toe, so explain to us what happened with your toe and what you need to do to get it better, how long you're going to need to rest it.
It's going to be, I'm probably out for 2 weeks. It's just a really bad cut. If you noticed in the first round, he went for the helicopter lift, and he put both his feet underneath my hips, and he threw me in the air. If you watch the tape, you'll see my foot come down and get stuck on the cage. Well, my big toe went into the cage and got caught, and when he tried to roll me over, it just cut the skin right off, and it went all the way down into like almost the bone. So after the fight, they had to take a razor blade and cut all the skin off. So it's a really bad cut. And if I train on it now, it's going to get infected. But it's healing. I figure I'm out for another week.
So are you taking a little bit of a rest now for that to heal, and then you'll get back into your training?
Yeah, I'm going to take a week off, and then I'll start lightly training next week, get back into it. We're going to try to fight in December, hopefully. So hope to have another fight by December.
I was going to say, when would you like to fight? So you'd like to get back in for December, so one more fight this year. Now, you're 2-0 in the UFC.
Yeah, definitely.
You're 2-0 now in the UFC.
Yep.
We know like the UFC like to match winner with winner. So you've got any ideas on who you'd like to face next in December? Who'd be a good matchup for you?
I really, no idea. I respect all the fighters. I don't care who they want me to fight. I think at the caliber I'm getting at now, no matter who it's against, it's going to be someone good. So I'm just excited to fight. So whoever they have for me is who will be fighting. You know, whoever Kurt Pellegrino, my manager, and the UFC work out for me to fight.
Well, I really appreciate you giving me the time for the interview today, George. I was looking forward to getting you back on the show again and having another chat with you.
It's an honor, man. Thank you. I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Congratulations on taking your UFC record to 2-0.
Thank you very much, guys. If you ever need anything from me, you always give me a call.
I certainly will. Now, before we let you go, I just want to give you a chance to do some shout-outs. So anybody you want to thank, and also let the listeners know about your Facebook and your Twitter as well.
Oh, yeah. At Sullivan MMA is my Twitter. Please follow me. George the Silencer Sullivan is my Facebook fan page. George Sullivan MMA is also my Facebook. You can email me at georgesullivanmma@gmail.com. I want to thank Kurt Pellegrino, Dan O'Cone, Dan Fisher, Matt Jennings, Mickey Red, Everlast Lab, Matt Jennings, Strength and Conditioning, NutriShop, Team NutriShop. Thank you for making me so healthy. All my coaches, this a phenomenal team. I couldn't have asked for a better support group. Marcelo Garcia's for helping me with jiu-jitsu, Rutgers University for wrestling, Mike Denver. I really had an excellent support team. Thanks to all my sponsors. You know who you are. I love all you guys. Thank you very much.
Can't wait to see you step back in the cage again, George.
Thanks, my man. Thank you for having me again. I'll see you guys soon.